welcome to Student Voice. I'm Chelsea Shaver. The river of financial aid can be a hard one to navigate for a college student. Today we have Dale Grizzo and Jack Wood from the Financial Aid Office here to help us further understand how best to use financial aid to its fullest potential. How's it going, you guys?
Pretty well, I'd say.
Doing good.
That's great. So, what are the eligibility requirements for someone who's interested in obtaining financial aid?
Okay, this is a big one, and a lot of students are not aware of how it works. GPA, of course, is obvious. You have to maintain a good GPA to get financial aid. If you're a new student, that 1 to 2.0 is good, but as you get more credit hours, you need to shoot for that 2.0. And if you're a Tennessee Promise student, you need that 2.0 automatically for that year. So the next one is the one most students don't know about, and that's the passing rate. You actually have to pass 2/3 of your classes, or 67%, to remain eligible for any financial aid at all. So that's a big federal requirement. And then the max hour limit, there's actually a cutoff that I reached as a student here at Chat State, which is the 90 credit hour limit. So if you can finish your 2-year degree within 90 credit hours, then you won't hit the max.
That's great. I mean, most students, they don't know about the credit hours thing, so putting that in there makes people really realize that if they can get their 2-year degree done with the 90 hours, they'll be able to use their financial aid to the fullest max right there.
Exactly, and all those standards looking at cumulative, which is your whole history.
So what is SAP and how does it impact your financial aid?
So those 3 standards are SAP, the GPA, the 2/3 passing rate, and the 90 credit hour limit. That's satisfactory academic progress. Those are the 3 standards to meet SAP, to be in good standing so you can keep getting financial aid.
Yeah, and you have to be in the good standings to be able to receive your financial aid, correct?
Correct, but you get 1 warning semester if you fall below one of those standards. And of course, max hours, you automatically have to appeal. But if you cannot get out of warning semester and get back to good standing, since it's looking overall, then you would have to do an appeal to not be suspended the next semester if that appeal is approved.
Okay. So are there options for students who lose their financial aid? And if there are, what are some of those options that they can go through?
Right, the appeal option is the only option besides regaining your passing rate or your GPA requirement. So, and some particular scholarships like Tennessee Promise, Tennessee Hope, if you fall below certain standards with those, because they have their own requirements, they could be lost forever. So like Tennessee Promise students have to do their community service hours, right, Jack?
Yep.
Have to go to the meetings, have to do their FAFSA by January 16th.
Attend class, that's a big one.
Enroll full-time in classes, 12 or more credit hours, or you would lose that scholarship.
So from your freshman point of view, how hard is it for you to remember to keep doing all of that to make sure that you stay in good academic standing?
It's not as hard if you stay involved on campus. If you stay with your success coach, you need to visit your success coach at least once every other week, at least. And they'll kind of guide you from being a freshman, going from the transition from high school to here.
So how do scholarships like the Tennessee Promise help students with their college expenses?
That is a great question, and Jack is a Tennessee Promise student, so he may want to add in on there.
Mostly it just makes it more affordable because now I'm living with my brother and I have many costs with bills and such. So it just makes it better for me with just all purposes.
I was just going to add, Tennessee Promise is not income-based, so actually students that are receiving Pell Grant may not get Tennessee Promise, but the ones that would not qualify for Pell Grant due to a higher income status or something like that, the Pell Grant may be their lifeline to be in school because just because their parents supposedly make money doesn't mean they have money for their college. So all of a sudden, either the student's forced to take out student loans to survive or try to work while in school, or go ahead and qualify for Tennessee Promise because, again, it's not income-based.
Do you find it hard managing your financial aid money?
Not as bad considering I work with this guy, so it's not as bad at all.
So what advice would you give to upcoming students applying for financial aid?
I would first make sure that they have done their FAFSA.
As soon as possible.
Yes, exactly. It's out now as of October 1st. And of course, Promise students have to have it in even earlier. But also check on their financial aid status in their TigerWeb. So after they apply to Chat State, after we receive their FAFSA, they can go to the Student Center and get help with a counselor. Of course, that's free, just check in at the front desk. But they can also go into their personal account in TigerWeb if they don't want to wait in a line and check their financial aid status. It's the link on the left when you first log in.
Are there any other ways that another way that you help students is with financial literacy. What is financial literacy?
Ooh, Jack, you want to touch on that?
It's just how you're going to save money, and it's reading and understanding budgeting. You got to limit on how much excess money you use that you don't need. Like, you don't need to buy stuff that you just use one time and just done with. You need to budget for bills, books, anything that you're going to need.
So it's mainly to help you use what you're getting wisely.
Wisely, yes,
Yes.
exactly.
Well, that is it for the episode of Student Voice. For more information about financial aid, visit www.studentaid.ed.gov or find information on the Chattanooga State website under the Financial Aid tab. Thanks, and have a great day.